All right, so the question was, what do you want out of your shelter? What do I want out of my shelter? I want to be protected. I want to be able to get out of the shit when the shit happens, right? So, wind, rain, snow, lightning. You know, get out of that cold wind. Get out of that hot wind. Get out of the sand. Get out of the blowing dust. You want your shelter to protect you. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. And I'm not done rocking this tent. But I will tell you the weight on this is under 3 pounds. Like 2.5 pounds, all said and done. It's 2-person, I'm a single guy. You never see me camp up with anybody else in my tent before. It gives me the room to get my kit inside and also protect my kit, work on my camera gear, do whatever I need to do, cook, do whatever. There's enough room inside this little tent that I can live a comfortable life, which is important. You want comfort. You don't, you know, there's a few other things. One, the MSR Hubba Hubba from 2016 is a white rainfly. And we're going to get into all this. Why is that important to me? Have you ever been in a rainfly that's red, green, orange, brown? Honestly, they are fucking horrible, man. You go under a tent that's green, like I was looking at the Nemo tent, it's green. No, man. Your brain just goes. I'm telling you, a red one is even fucking worse, man. With the white rainfly, it's just natural light coming through the fabric into the tent, and I love that the fucking most about this tent. That is what I love the best about this tent. When I get the shelter, it's lightweight, but also it doesn't fry my brain cells. It's just a nice ambiance into the tent. And that, my friends, is what you want to find in a shelter. Now we'll start on the setup. I'm going to start talking to you guys about why my tent has so many nights on it and why it lasts so long. And this is a video you're going to want to see, because I get the question all the time about the zippers and about the shock cord, which, by the way, I already have linked up here, is a shock cord video on how to replace the shock cord in an MSR tent, or any tent for that matter at all. This is an adventure I'm never gonna forget, I tell you what. Oh, look at this. Fuck. Well, it's not like the water's cold, but now I'm stirring shit up and now I can't see. And I'm gonna guarantee you this, over my waist. I was standing on a rock and it just rolled. So I think, I don't know, I just don't want to injure myself here, right? No cuts. I got shoes on that are closed-toed. Shit. Lots of trip hazards in here. Trying to find a firm bottom. There we go. That's a little better. I'd say the water is not as warm as what I was thinking it was, but it's not bad. Okay, now I'm on some firm bottom. All right, now we just got to get right That was a tough part, and I guarantee it's going to be tough over there too. But we're in it. So I'm just trying to let the water, because there's a good current here. So, I mean, you can see that, right? You can see it around my legs. And my Audi has now became an innie, ladies and gentlemen. So the water temperature isn't as warm as what I was anticipating it to be. But now that we're out here, whoop, see, I just can't see when I make a mess, right? So we'll just go slow. I mean, it's not like I'm in the mountains in glacial water. I mean, it's like, come on, this is Southern Ontario. This is what your swimming pool probably is in Winnipeg, so. I just like to prefer to see where I'm walking. Yeah. Alright, I got a deep spot here. So I think I'm just gonna go blam, blam, and then up. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go up current so I can keep my vision. And here we go. One and deep. Oh, don't look, man. It's embarrassing. But look at this stuff I just stirred up. But once we get over here, and we're almost there. Oh, this bank is much nicer. But again, an inside of a current versus an outside of a current. And we learned that our lesson before. So, okay. I told you, we're doing this regardless. But like all these things, man, I don't know what that would be for. And I have a curiosity. But look at this spot. Look at. Turn on second camera, make sure that we're good to shoot. Alright. Can you guys see each other? Can you see each other? Can you see him? Can you see? Alright. Let's get into the tent package itself. Yeah, I've been excited to do this video for you guys for quite some time now. Because, I mean, the reason why I did my shock cord video was I was in Mountain Equipment Co-op one day, and this lady was buying a brand new tent. She was spending $500+ on a brand new tent, simply because what she said was her poles were broken. Her poles weren't broken, the shock cord had expired on them, and she figured that was the end of the lifespan of the tent, and I didn't think that was right. I love buying gear. I can hate replacing anything that I've already owned. So I take care of my gear meticulously. The Hubba Hubba NX is a 2-person tent. It's lightweight. It's been one of the lightest weight tents on the market, like, forever. So, cheers. That Laker Ice beer doesn't taste like a strong beer. It's 5%, but look at you. You're all cockeyed, man. Come on. Come on, guys. Stand up straight. Be proud of what you're doing. Alright. So, it's very, very simple packaging. I don't have the tent poles in here, obviously. Simply because they just fit nice on the outside of the bag. It's also the tent, or the pole bag that holds the tent stakes and the tent poles, also holds my collapsible fishing rod. It just works out well that way. So you got a couple compression straps here. We'll just unbuckle them. And we'll loosen this and we'll look at the kit. Now with my tent, I have always rocked a ground sheet. And I'm telling you what, a ground sheet is important. If you want your tent, if you want to put some miles and some nights in your shelter, there's no way you're going to get away with it without a ground sheet. Yes, most companies are going to charge you, right? You're going to take it. But again, your shelter, you depend on your shelter for your safety, for your comfort, for your enjoyment, for your It's your shelter is what protects you from the elements. Get your shelter. Get your ground ply. Get your ground sheet. Now, on top of that, so we'll just throw that over there. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna lay this out. And I'm gonna show you a few different things about the MSR Hubba Hubba that I really, really like. So just let me touch the screen on the back here, turn it on the front. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing this good for you guys. All right, now we're gonna pull out the body. The body of your shelter does not need to be used with the MSR Hubba Hubba NX. I don't know about the other MSRs. I believe that they're all the same as this one. Just lay it out, man. Just lay it out on top of what you're doing. You need to be adjusted just a little bit here, my friends. There we go. Poles. How you treat your poles are very important. Now, if you want some longevity out of your shock cord that keeps your poles together, listen carefully, my friends. Listen carefully. There is a science behind everything in life. Everything in life has a science. So, there's my collapsible fishing rod. Then the bag with poles and the tent stakes. When you go to put your poles together, whether they're single poles or they're like a hub design, which a lot of companies use, Nemo uses them, Big Agnes uses them, MSR uses them. Obviously, MSR created them. And if you don't think I'm a big MSR fan, you're wrong. So somebody tell MSR that I am in need of a new tent. Anyways, don't just throw them out and let them all snap together. That's not what you want to do. And I'm going to tell you why. When these poles snap together like that, like listen, when they do that, you're curling the ends of the female pole. So there's a male pole and a female pole, and that's how they go together. So when you let them snap like that, over time, the female pole is gonna be like this. It's gonna start curling back. So the pole material is gonna start curling back. Now, when you go and take them apart, that shock cord, now that you've curled it back, that material is now sharp, and it's gonna start cutting into your shock cord. So whatever you want to do, just try to put them together. Take your time. I mean, unless you're got tornadoes blasting down on you. Now you hear them. I mean, it's impossible to keep them always from snapping together. But try to do your best to limit how much that happens, right? Because this way you don't want to curl the ends of the female pole. So you want to eliminate that as much as possible. It's going to help the longevity of the poles. It's going to keep them from cracking and splitting, as well as protecting your shock cord. And here come some people. Yay, right? All right. Not that I don't like people. See now how we. And in the morning, that I do plan on camping, in the morning, I'm going to show you how to take apart the poles, take apart your shelter, break it down. Now this one I had to do a Jimmy Jam on my 31 days in the mountains. And you should be able to know how to do that for your own selves. You should be able to quick MacGyver your stuff, because once again, you are relying on your shelter to protect your life. That's what a tent is. It's what is going to protect your life from the elements. And don't think any different on that. It's exactly how it is. Now, the MSR Hubba Hubba is a freestanding tent. So go ahead. All you want to do is just slide your parts together. Tent body, ground sheet. tent body, ground sheet. You just go around and do that for the whole thing. I better watch I don't knock myself out on that damn thing. What's this shit? Tent poles go up, come back down, clip it in, and ground sheet. Push that down in the ground just so it holds it. Makes your life a little bit easier. Grab your tent and ground sheet. There you go. Now, what I normally do at this point in time is, especially if the wind's blowing, you're in the mountains, stake it down right away. Here, I don't necessarily have to worry about that because I don't have any wind today, and as you can see, we are getting well protected. So just go ahead. Now, when you're setting up this tent, okay, here's your cross beam. If you guys can see that, I'm hoping you. Let me check see if you can see that. Okay, so you can see this. Here's your cross beam. Don't go and stand on your damn tent to reach over here. So don't even put your foot here. Kick your foot underneath. Like, just go underneath the damn tent, right? Reach across, you grab this guy. It's so simple, guys. I mean, everybody thinks. Now, these little red things on here, they are there to help you hold that fabric to the tent pole. I don't ever need to use it. Grab this end, pull it down, grab the other side, flip it in. That's it. Simple, simple, simple. This tent is fucking luxurious like that. Bring this one over. You should know exactly whereabouts on the tent pole that your clips are going to go. And all you got to do is just go around and just clip it all up. You hear that beautiful snap? That's after like 1,000 nights. This tent still is. You hear that, right? And there you go. There's your MSR Hubba Hubba NX body set up. Now, if you don't like the way the ground is here, you pick it up and you walk it away. I kind of liked where the ground was set up over here, so we're just going to bring it back. That's the beauty of a freestanding tent. Those are your options. That is the option that you get. So, now that we're at this point in the setup, and I want this right over here. Now, what I want to do, let me see where you're at here. What I want to do is on this side here, I want to leave enough room to stake down the vestibule. So give yourself room to stake down the vestibule. Now, what I was talking about with, I'm going to move you over here. What I was talking about, sorry, I got a sneeze that's right there on the verge of happening. I hate when that happens. Anyways, we want to stake it down. So since 2016, I had lost only one tent pole or tent stake before. This trip, I was pounding one in, and wouldn't you know it, I broke the tip off. So, or not the tip, but what holds it. So these are the original MSR stakes. You can see that. So when I was pounding in a rock, it busted this off, and in the morning I couldn't, there was nothing to grab to pull it out of the ground. So I just busted it off and left half of it in the ground and took the little piece, it was about like this, and I put that in garbage and I just got rid of it. So since 2016, I've only lost 2 of the tent pegs. But you don't need them all unless you're on a mountain with wicked wind. So what we want to do now is we just want to go, and I need this screen so I can make sure I see what I'm doing. All you want to do is just start putting in your pegs. So I'm going to start over here where you can't really see me. I'm just going to pull it out on a diagonal. The first one, it doesn't matter. Just stick the damn thing in the damn ground. Now, come to your diagonal corner. You want to come, I put a 10 peg in there. I want to come to my diagonal corner. Now, I want to come diagonal from that corner. Pull it tight, drop it in. Don't be afraid to use your foot. You don't tap it in. Tap it in. This isn't Happy Gilmore, ladies and gentlemen. Just get your damn tent up. It doesn't matter. Come to your next corner. You grab the bottom and you pull it and you just dump it in. Boom. Done. Doesn't matter. Come to the last corner. Same thing. Pull it diagonal. But when you do this one, have a little look-see inside the tent. Trying to get that floor nice and flat. Once you got your floor nice and flat, drop it in. Okay, it needs a little tightening. You come over here, the MSR, you can tighten every single corner, man. It doesn't, like, the equipment is made with technology, and it's made to be used, right? So, there we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a basic tent setup. I'm going to stop for another quick break, make sure the cameras are all good on memory cards, batteries, and probably swig down a little bit more beer, to be honest with you. Not going to lie to anybody about anything. Got it? All right. We'll be right back. I am not a crook. You don't necessarily have to roll. Just grab the damn thing. You don't need to roll stuff up. The more times you put creases in something, the more often you're setting yourself up for a rip, a tear, or whatever. For me, shiny side up, dirty side down. Before the air mattress goes in, I do one of these. Okay, so in this position, my head is lower than my feet, which means that I will wake up with a headache. That's a no-go. So I know that on this camp setup, this end is my head. Take whatever sleeping pad that you're using, and that memory card just burned out. So we'll be back, but put your head side that's elevated from your feet. Don't ever sleep with your feet higher than your head. You will not like yourself in the morning. You will think that you just carried a 2-4 up a damn mountain and drank it all in one sitting. So, memory cards, batteries, memory cards, batteries, memory cards, batteries, and then you forget how good looking you were, because all you do is just stare at memory cards and batteries. Anyways, oh no, where were we? Get your stuff set up. Again, you notice that we haven't set up the rain fly yet. The sun is still bright. We don't see a lot of threat of weather. This is when, see, you can move around. You can do what you need to do. A rain fly is going to come down and it's going to block some of this doorway. That's its job, is to block some of that doorway. So why not take the advantage of setting up your camp the way you want it set up right away? Get your pillow blown up. Just get yourself set up. That's about it, guys. Now it's time to get the rain fly on. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways that I like to do with the rain fly. And I think that you're going to appreciate it. Because the NX, the NX from MSR, the Hubba Hubba, it is a fucking versatile tent. And I guarantee you, I'm going to show you something right now that you never even thought about you could do with this tent. Let's do it. Let's talk about the rainfly. Rainfly is important, but there's a few things that you can do with your rainfly. One, like I said, you don't need the tent body to use the tent. Your ground sheet and the rainfly. So, the MSR, if you see the bright lettering, that's on for the inside. So, this is the inside. So you flip it around. Now on the MSR, it's color coordinated. Spit it out. So on one side is red and this side is gray. So what you want to do to match the way the doors open, you want to kind of go with color coordination. So this side is gray. We look, we see that the dark lettering is up. We want that down. So just flip it around. That's all you gotta do, doesn't matter. Pull it over. When you've used this tent as long as I have, and honestly, when you get intimate with your gear, and I've had lots of videos about getting intimate with your gear, it just becomes second nature. So, and to be honest with you, I prefer tent over an apartment. Now, you take this little guy here, you can see that, he just clips on, and on the MSR, I don't know if you can see this GoPro, but there's a little piece of webbing, whatever. It just slides over, and what that webbing is there is just to help hold it on while you walk all the way around, which is done. You pull this side, you flip it up, same clip, right here, same clip, just gets clipped on the other side, that's it. Pull it down, and what you want to do now is make sure that with the cross beam, you kind of want to put your seam right on top of that cross beam. It just helps with the setup of the rest of the tent. You're not going to get it perfect, whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't need it perfect. If you're one of them perfect kind of people, you shouldn't be on my channel. And then all you do is you just go around and you just clip. Nope, you can't see me, and I don't even know if you can. So I'm just going to go ahead and clip these on here, and I'll show you on the other side. Same thing, little metal clip. Just lift up your tent, pull off the ground, and clip it on underneath. Come around here and do the same thing. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I really like about this system. Now, when you want to clip this end on, what you do is you pull it down, and then just take your leg. Take this leg and just push it against it. It gives you that little extra room that you need to clip it on. Just like that. Pull that over, grab your string, pull it down. Push your tent pegs in, your poles in, pull that down, and then just grab this, pull it over, and then you're free to do the same thing. Just clip it on. That's it. Now what you want to do at this point in the game is you just want to line up this piece over a hub. So you just give it a little tension. And you just go around and tension it so that basically all of your seams are basically lined up on your pole structure everywhere. Okay, so basically what we have is we have our seams based. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, ladies and gentlemen. The seam is a little off of the pole. You know, you can move that over, grab your string, pull that. Okay, so we can probably give this a little bit more of attention. And I don't mean a tension, I mean tension. So you just grab this, pull it down. Now look. Oh, this could be in just a little bit more. Same thing. Grab that, just give a little tension. Now, what you want is your hub to be, you want your fly to be protected by this piece, this triangle that you can see. You want that to be over top of your hub. It's just simple. Now you have a nice streamline over everything. This looks good here, right? Very, very simple. It's an MSR. It's meant to be put up quick in environments. It's just done. And that's basically all you want to do. Now, what you can do is come in here, grab this, open up your vents. There's a vent on each side, just like that. Come over here, do the same thing. See, it's like a piece of plastic in here with Velcro on the end. And all you do is just pop that open. That's going to help you with your condensation, allowing airflow to go through and remove that condensation while you're sleeping. Remember, while you're sleeping, you will expire 1 liter of water. That's a lot of water that you blow out. So if you're already dehydrated, you go to sleep, and you're still going to lose another liter of water out of your system. That's why when you see the video and I got dehydrated, I walked 15 hours without water, looking for water, because I knew that I needed to get water in me to rejuvenate my muscles, rejuvenate my brain, just keep my systems flowing. Sorry about that, son. All of a sudden he just popped out. Hey, Bob. Bright orange ball. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to tan out or stake out the guidelines. So we got to get back, and I know I put them on this side. Roll over here. And grab our 10 stakes. Now all we need to do, now this is kind of important. All we need is 2 more. Damn, 2 more. Throw them back in. What we need to do here is when you pull out this, when you pull this out and you go to stake it in, just don't pull it and just stake it in like any old where. Put your 10 peg in here. Now look at your tent fly. If it's saggy on one side and tight on the other, you move it this way. If it's tight here and saggy here, you move it back. And it doesn't, I mean, this isn't rocket science, it's just people, but it is important. Again, it's not rocket science, but it is important. All right, let's move around the other side and we'll do the same thing. Now I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I really enjoy sleeping. So what I do is I call this vestibule. I call it my curtain. It's opening the curtain and closing the curtain. So again, just get it where both sides are equally taut. Drive your stake in. Of course, there's adjustment. There's adjustment here. So, I mean, but just drive it in. Now I'm going to show you my most favorite way of having the rain fly on for dew and condensation. So it just goes like this. So basically what you want to do is we're just going to go and unhook. We're going to leave the tent peg in, but we're just going to unhook it. Okay? So basically what that looks like is just doing this. Flip this tab up. Take your tarp. And now we're just going to open the tent fly, or the curtain, like I like to call it. Unhook the Velcro. Fold it in half. Just grab the bottom, drop that over. Pretty easy. And I do roll these ones. And just hook them. Now we have an open view. We have an open curtain. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. So again, same thing. You just come over, you loosen this up, you pull the string off. Your string, when you like, don't be afraid. You're not going to lose your tent peg. I've been doing this for years, man. You're not going to lose it because, as soon as I get this off, when you unroll it and you want to hook it back up in case of rain, now you're going to find your tent peg. Oh, there it is. Because there's only a limited area that your tent peg can be. So you're not going to lose it. Open the Velcro. Do your zipper. Grab where the tent peg goes. Flip it over. And that, my friends, is what I call having the curtains open. So now, with the doors closed on the mesh, you know, every window has a screen. Same thing. So here's our screen, but the curtains are open. And that's what it looks like on both sides. I really enjoy that. Allows the condensation to get out, as well as allowing a lot of airflow. You get to see the sights and get to see the scenes. Now, when I was in BC and Alberta and some of these campgrounds, I'm going to show you the setup that I like the best to kind of give me some privacy, but allow me to see the stars, the whole 9 yards. And this, I'll guarantee you guys have never thought about doing this. Let me move some cameras. Let me move some cameras and we'll get into that. Let's say that you are blessed with a beautiful night sky. But there's a breeze coming. You want to see the stars, but there's a breeze coming. You want to protect yourself from the breeze. Shit, what am I gonna do? Or, in the case of being, say, in a public campground, you know, you don't want people just staring in your tent at you. You know, you do want that little bit of privacy, but you still want that open feeling like you're out there, you know. The MSR Hubba Hubba NX is a fucking tent for you. For you, 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 for you. For you. It is. Let me show you why. And I love doing this. So what we're going to do, we're going to close the curtains. And then we're going to open it up. I know, sounds retarded, but watch. It's fucking awesome. So, here we go. Can everybody see everything? I don't know who can see what, man. Anyways. Here we go. What you want to do, we already have our tent stakes in, right? Remember how I said you're not going to lose your tent stakes? So, a simple deal. All you got to do, close it back up. Close your curtains. I call it the curtains. You'll call it the vestibule. Don't steal my phrases. It's my curtains. That's how long I've lived in a tent for. Is that I honestly look at my vestibule as just a set of curtains like you would in your living room. Okay, hook it on. I mean, see? Yeah, that string can only go so far. Hook them all back on. Just give me 1 second. So same thing. We're just closing the curtains. Pull the string. You will find your tent peg because it can only be within a 2-inch diameter. I mean, it's there. Tighten it up. Now what you want to do, okay, so for this episode, we're just going to say there's a trail over there, and I want to protect my privacy from the trail. So we're going to open this side of the tent. Yes. We're going to open one side of the tent. Let's do it. So what you do is you leave this stuff pegged, you come over here, and you loosen it up. Another key thing to longevity of your tent is just don't unhook it. Loosen up the tighteners. Just loosen them up. Unhook it. Come to this one. Same thing. Loosen it. Unhook it. Now grab it and pull it over. Here's where you might want to just loosen up your vestibule, or as I call it, the curtains. Loosen that up just a little bit. That'll give you enough room to get your tent, your fly over the hump. Remember, we have these things hooked on here, right? So all you want to do, and it's also the fastest way to dry your tent fly in the morning. Now, so it's not blasting around in the breeze. Grab it and hook it back underneath your tent pole and tighten it. Same thing for this one. Grab it, hook it underneath your tent pole, just like you did in the initial setup, and pull it. Now, come back to your vestibule and tighten them suckers up tight. Same thing here. Grab this guy and pull them down tight because you loosen them. Now, you have half of the tent. So the people that are over there, if they're camping, they're partying, they're walking by, whatever, you have now, as you can see, you have half of your tent with wind protection, eyesight protection. But, I mean, check this out. Let's open this up. See, that's why you want to be color coordinated, because this side will open up. You can hook this in here. Just open this, just open your door all the way. And hold on, guys, I'm coming to get you. Now, you have half the tent open. It's also my favorite way, guys, to dry the vestibule in the morning from the dew and condensation, because you flip this over this way, the wind can come in, right? The wind comes in, the sun hits it, then you flip it over, and then you can do the other side. And that's why we carry bear spray. So, fuck these guys. Anyways, check this out. Check this out. Now we're in our tent. Right? Oh my god. We're in our tent, but look at this. I have protection from here, from wind and views. But look at this. This is what I have over here. Look at how I can see out there. I can see out here. I can see out here. Right? But I have the protection I have the protection of half the tent. And I'll guarantee you, you guys didn't realize you could do that with an MSR Hubba Hubba NX. Alright, I'm going to shut this down now. I'm not going to worry about doing the water filter video. I am going to finish this video in the morning. We're going to talk about tear down. We're going to talk about how you tear down your tent to keep the longevity. Again, this tent has been fucking through it. And yeah, I mean, but I want to do some fishing. So I want to start pulling some gear. It's almost 6 o'clock at night and I want to eat something. I want to do some fishing. And I just want to put down the damn camera. Because again, tomorrow we get up, we get back, we reload the monster. Then we're heading off to fucking Windsor, Ontario, where we're going to do a night there. I think one night. Then, I don't know. You know? And then we're going to keep rolling, man. We're just going to keep the cameras rolling. But when I believe that there's fish in there, and I'm hungry, and all I brought was Knorr sidekicks, and one of them nasty fucking Cliff Bars, I want fish. So, that's it for now. I will see you all for coffee in the morning. Okay, quick reminder. We have 16 days left in the trout season here in Southern Ontario. I googly-gooed it. It informed me that just because I'm in fishing season doesn't mean that fish are going to be biting. Well, thank you, Google. It's called fishing, not fucking catching. But yeah, let's get you on. We'll get you set where I think it will be good action for you. On goes the helmet. There's the camp. And the river is such a long distance. Yeah, that's it. We're just going right here. We're gonna flip around a little bit, see if we can't catch us a trout, because I'm gonna tell you what, it smells fishy, and yeah, that's what we want. So I got a nice little, oh, I just put it right in the fucking tree. Look at this. Okay. Well, that wasn't our best first effort ever. And my fishing reel is fucked. Fuck's sakes. Don't tell me I gotta get in there now. You see, my fucking fishing reel fucked up. Ah, come on, I just bought this damn lure. I'll be back. Morning. Good morning, friends. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. For pee, it was so nice and warm out. And stars through the trees. Climbed back in bed in the old bag and couldn't go back to sleep, man. I'm having a little difficulty the last few days sleeping. Now it's 7:17 in the morning. I gotta get up and get after it. I did go back. What the hell? Where's my fucking voice? Anyways, I did get back to sleep. But I spent a lot of the morning in the middle of the night morning. If that makes any sense to you. Awake. I don't want to wake up. I want to sleep. It is time to get things going. Get some coffee on. It's so warm. I was like, what in the hell do I got my toucan for? I have my sleeping bag unzipped. No, I think I want my toucan. Looks beautiful out there. We will show you that momentarily. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back to the tent series. I'm supposed to be doing water filter series too, but that's not going to get done today. Excuse me. It's nice. Alright, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay, friends, well, I have everything out of the tent. It's all in the backpack, hanging on the tree, same place it was yesterday. I'm only going to run this camera. I'm going to try to save some GoPro batteries for my trip today. It takes forever and a day to charge GoPro batteries, and it pisses me off, to be honest with you. So the Canon batteries film twice as long and take like an eighth of the amount of time to charge. So we're on the Canon. Anyways, time to take down the tarp and get the rest of this tent taken apart. I leave the fishing rod out again. That goes in with in the sleeve for my tent poles and the tent spikes. So good morning, cheers, coffee's always a beautiful thing. Glad you're here to have coffee with me this morning. Okay, I'm gonna do my tent. I'm a creature of habit just as you are. So I go around and I just start loosening everything up. Well, you just don't want to just start ripping and tugging on that material. You're just going to stress it, and that's not going to go for the longevity of your kit. So what I do on this guy here, if you can see that, is I just pull him up just a little bit. If he comes out, he comes right out. I'm going to leave the tent body door open for the time being, but I am going to zip this guy shut. It is important, ladies and gentlemen, to zip your zippers closed before you pack it. And what that does is it doesn't only just protect the zipper itself, but it also helps protect the fabric from the teeth of the zipper. So when the zipper's together, it's protecting two things: the zipper and the material of your fly or your tent body, whatever it is. Very important. Next, you want to go ahead and just start loosening. Don't just rip this off the bottom. Loosen your tent up. Your tent likes to be taut to keep you protected and to shed water and to help condensation run down the inside of the fly. If it doesn't, that's the only time you like to stretch that fabric. Don't do it. Loosen things up before you do it. Close your vents. See, this vent went closed on me last night for somehow, I don't know why. Look at the size of these spiders here, man. Whew. See you later, pal. Good Lord. So do your Velcros back up. It only takes half a second. Okay, when this side's done, I've already loosened this guy. I'm going to loosen this guy as well. And at this point, I'm going to unbuckle the rain fly here. I'm going to unbuckle the rain fly here. And while I'm here, I'm going to loosen the tent. I'm going to find the stake, pull it up. No, normally I'll take the other tent stake together, and I'll use the tent stake to pull the tent stake. And that's how I do that. Just like that, to pull it out. It works well. So you're not pulling the fabric, you're using the other tent stake to pull that stake out of the ground for you. So, yeah. And now, if there's a lot of condensation or whatever, you can now take this, flip them back over the way that I had it set up yesterday. That allows more airflow to get on the inside to dry the condensation, as well as the outside. So, I mean, it really saves a lot of time to get the condensation off. Don't pack your tent away wet unless you're traveling and it's morning, you got to make the miles. Stop during the day, get that water weight off. You don't want to carry the water weight. That's the only reason. You don't want to carry the water weight. Don't ever pack your tent away wet. It'll mold on you and it'll kill the fabric of your tent. So, anyways. Now, when it's like this, I leave it like that. I go around to the other side. I'll do that real quick. Loosen it and unhook it. Pull the pen and pull the pins. And what I also do too is I also, at this point, I like to just drop pull the ground sheet off of the things. You might as well pull this pin. So you just go ahead and you pull your pin. There you go. I'll do this guy here as well. The zipper's already done up on this side. I had it closed for last night because of privacy. I didn't know who would be on the other side of the river. So we're just gonna pop these off. Loosen it, pop it off, find your pin, pull your pin, done deal. There you go. Now at this point in the game, what I like to make sure I do, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the body of the tent, 1, 2 for the rain fly, for each vestibule. That's all I ever usually use. I got 6 pins. They go right into the pin bag. And it's the reason why, I mean, I did lose one once. Where's my pin bag? Oh, there it is. I did lose one once, and then I did break one once on this last trip. So, but I lost the first one like in the first week, and that's when I realized that I had better make sure that as soon as I pull them all and put them away right away, and do that consistently. Creature of habit. You got your pins. I mean, you're not. There's extras in here for extra guy outs, but to me, they're like if I'm taking my tarp, already got some extra pins, right? So I just look at it like that. So these two things are now going to go together. I'm going to bring the tent bag over here, the stuff sack. I am putting the tent back in the stuff sack because I don't know what I'm going to do about this trip that I'm on today. So I got to get going. But okay, so now let's just pop off the rest of the rain fly, the two things at the top. And don't just shake it and try to get the thing to come off. Ladybug. Huh. See you later. Now I just take it around the middle of the tent. I pull it off. Give it a couple shakes. Try to keep it out of the dirt if you can. And then I just do this. And that's it. That's how I pack my tent. And then just stuff it in on one side. That's all you got to do. Now, I'm going to grab the camera here and I'm going to show you the inside of the tent. So just come with me for a second. Look at the debris inside this tent. And that is just from getting in and out, throwing your kid in, whatever. You can't pack your tent like that, ladies and gentlemen. Ever. I don't care if it's for 10 minutes or it's for putting it away for the season. You just can't do it. So what I'm going to do is tilt you up just a little bit. Grab your tent and dump it out. Give it a good shake. Now, zip it up. Frickin' spiders, man. There's a lot of spiders here. Holy jumping. Now you just want to zip it up. Get your zippers done up. Again, it protects the material, and it also protects the zippers. I've never had to replace the zippers on this. Both zippers work beautifully well. Now you just unhook it. I know, might sound simple, this is dumb, but I'm not stepping on the tent, I'm stepping around it, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep the white on top of the red. It just keeps, I mean, look at how beautifully white this is. Now, I do maintain my tent with a little bit of soap and water here and there, as you're going to see. And just don't let this thing fling. Like, drop it down, but like don't fling it around like an idiot. Because it's not impressive to anybody. And it's just hard on your kit. So, like, why, right? Tent, same thing. Just grab it, roll it around your hand, get the air out, stuff it on the other side of the bag. So it's like this now. Rainfly and tent body. Take your ground sheet, give it a good wacky. Same thing. This way you're not creasing your material. If you roll your tent every time, you're putting the same creases on that same piece of material over and over and over again, and guess what? It's gonna fail you. And let's go around. I just do this in, pull this guy nice and tight. Keeping the flap in there just helps to protect it from any of your kit that might be bouncing around inside your bag, or your, you know, when you stuff your stuff in your backpack. Flip. Clip. Now, grab the strap with one hand and just roll it. Same thing with this one. Roll it. And now you can really get a good, there we go. There we go. Tent. Done. That's the rainfly, the tent body, and the ground sheet. Nice. You can wrap it around something inside your bag. You can lay it flat inside your bag. You can. It's a better system for however you want to stick it in your bag. 10 poles. Move the camera here just a little bit. Up. I think that'll work. Okay, your 10 poles. This is important, ladies and gentlemen. For the longevity, I get a lot of questions, and that's why I did a video on shot cord. You can see that up here. How to replace your shot cord. One of the things you want to do is, one, don't, again, let the poles snap together, because then when you pull your tent poles apart, it's going to be rubbing on that curled piece of metal. And I don't know about fiberglass poles or carbon poles, but if you keep snapping them together, carbon is just going to shatter. And then you're going to say, oh, what a piece of shit this thing is. Well, there's ways that you take care of stuff in life. When you do your 10 poles, you always want to make sure that you start in the middle. Stretch your whatchamacallit, your shot cord is the word I'm looking for here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Shot cord. Stretch it in half. Okay? Same as your top one. Start in the middle, then do your two ends. Okay, now we do the two, and now we're at the hubs. Again, you're starting in the middle. Working. What in the hell is falling on me? Jesus, I don't know what's going on here. Start in the middle. Pull it out. Do this one. Bam, like that. Switch hands. Keep them in a nice bundle. This way they're not getting bent when they're inside your bag and you strap it to the outside. There we go. Nice and tidy. Same thing here. What this does is going to allow your shot cord to stretch properly and therefore last longer. Oh, I have replaced the tent the shot cord in these tent poles, as you know, as I just said. I just did a video about it. The hubs go down, because that's the part that you want to stick in the outside pocket of your bag if that's where you carry it, like I do. Get them started. Now I grab my fishing pole. My fishing rod slides in on top like that. I pull it up a little bit more. I grab the pins. They go in. They will always find their way to the bottom. Don't worry about that. There you go. Tie it up nice and tight. Try to keep the dirt and debris from building up in there. And what that does is that you don't want the dirt and debris getting down inside where the shot cord is. And there's your poles. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get the rest of my kit on. I got to climb back in that river to find my fishing lure on my way back across, because I don't have the money to just throw 13 bucks in the river. Just going to double check, make sure that I didn't leave a cigarette butt behind or any other piece of trash. And I got to get on to the next adventure, which is today. So thank you for coming along, and yeah, be good to yourselves out there, be good to each other out there, bank memories, not just money. And yeah, remember, you only get one life, so that's your dash. I mean, don't wait till you're retired before you climb that mountain. Don't, you got to get out. Time is fleeting. We don't know when our end date is. So get out, get on an adventure today. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming along. Appreciate your time. Much love. Okay, I think this is where we're going across to get out there. So we'll don the helmet for the view. Helps to loosen the helmet. Put it over my toque. Well, no time like the frickin' present, is there? Again, I want to try to keep the water as clean as possible. Why I feel like I got bit on the back of my leg, man. And I hope it's not poison ivy or something. I seem to have a deal with poison ivy on a yearly basis. Alright, this is my best route. This way or that way? I think this way. Oh yeah. The water's actually really warm. I don't know why I'd be thinking there'd be trout in here. I am still thinking that though. Oh, soft. Really soft. You gotta get across this deep part here. Oh, I got a tree stuck to my... Alright, we'll let the water clear a little under my feet. Oh, I'm afraid of this next part. Mommy. Because it's deep here. Son of a gun. Is it less deep here? Oh. And now it's really soft. Oh. Now we got to get over all these sticks. Well, my howdy is an innie again. What do you know? Alright, let's get out of here before some damn leech comes and gets me. Oh, I'm stuck in the quagmire. Yeah. Alright, we gotta rinse the boots out now. Alright. We jump in. Whew. All that black in there, you know, that black is just you can see it here too. It's just all the decay, right? Because this is there's no real current flow here, so it just decays and turns real black. I gotta get this off me now. So let's get over here, we'll drop the bag, And that's it, guys. Thanks for coming along on another little adventure, doing some tent talk. Davy's out.